Welcome to Make Peace with Food. I'm your host, Emily LaVoie, a certified eating psychology coach. I own a virtual private practice, and I work with clients all over the world, one-on-one and in group programs, to help heal their relationship with food and improve body image. Here at Make Peace with Food, we believe food is not your enemy, that eating should be fun and bring you joy and pleasure, not stress and guilt. To keep this a safe space, I will try my best to avoid mentioning numbers like calories and weight, as well as other potentially triggering content, but you know yourself best, so please avoid any episode topics that may not feel helpful to where you're at in your healing journey. This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes. It's not a replacement for medical or mental health advice, diagnosis, or treatment, nor does it provide a client or patient relationship. Consult your own provider on any changes you're thinking about making. Today's episode is brought to you by my one-on-one coaching. If you're curious about becoming a client and want to learn more about what it looks and feels like to receive support in healing your relationship with food and improving your body image, go to my website, emily-lavoie.com, to schedule a free 30-minute Zoom consultation. Hi there. Welcome to episode 28. Before we dive into today's episode, just a quick update as always. When this episode airs, I believe it will be early May. So we've probably made it through spring, or we're still in spring. And just because I've done this work for so long, I know that spring comes with this really annoying thing that diet culture does every single spring, and it markets eye roll, summer bodies, and diet culture starts screaming really loud this time of year that you have to change your body and shrink it and be as small as possible and go on diets and restrict food or whatever else it's promoting in order to get summer ready or bikini ready or beach ready or blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is your reminder that your summer body can be your spring, fall, and winter body as well. There is no need to change your body just because the season is changing. And I want to add one more thing to this. Early May, we're probably sort of doing this rotation of wardrobes, which I know can be scary because you're probably putting some summer clothes on or getting the summer clothes out and putting the winter clothes away. And you haven't had these clothes on since last summer. And there's this sort of looming question, are they going to fit still? And I just want to say that if the clothes you wore last summer are uncomfortable, do yourself a favor and do not wage war on your body. I know that it can be worrisome and disheartening that you have all of these clothes that maybe you still really like from last summer and they're not fitting you anymore and you want them to. But I say this with so much compassion. Bodies change. This is part of being a human. Our bodies are meant to change our entire lives. They are not supposed to just stop and freeze in time from your senior year of high school or your sometime when you're in college. Bodies change. Weight fluctuates. Size and shape of our body changes. And if this means you need to get yourself some new clothes so that you can wear clothes that fit your body comfortably, that's like a human right. So don't wage war on your body. Just go to the store and get yourself some new comfortable clothes. Your body is not the problem. Diet culture is the problem. Okay, diving into today's episode. Today's episode could be a little controversial. It could be an unpopular opinion, but I think it's a truth bomb that needs to be talked about. So I'm just going to come out and say it. If your current weight requires you to restrict or avoid this huge long laundry list of foods or certain ingredients, or if in order to maintain your current weight, you have to be walking around constantly hungry and thinking about food all of the time, or if maintaining your current weight is requiring you to like obsessively calorie count or track food or track macros, or you're following these rigid food rules that aren't allowing you to ever be spontaneous with food, meaning like, hey, oh my gosh, my friend just called me up and asked if I want to meet her for dinner, but oh my God, I'm freaking out because what are they going to have at the restaurant? And it's not on my meal plan. And I don't know what ingredients are going to be in the food or how many calories or what the macros are going to be and how am I going to track it or plug it? Like, if those are the thoughts that you're having and you're like food rules are super rigid and lacking flexibility, and you have to follow them in order to maintain your current weight. One more thing I'm going to add to this list. If you have to over exercise, or sometimes it's referred to as exercise abuse. Sometimes it's referred to as exercise addiction. But there's also these rigid rules with fitness, and you have to go to the gym and burn this absurd amount of calories, or you have to be, like never ever missing a workout, or like you're living in fear of taking a rest day. And, you're following these strict strength training and you have to be so sore and always like going for the gains, and you have to be like, crawling out of the gym on your hands and knees, and, your muscles are constantly so sore. If you have to do any of those things that I just listed in order to maintain your current body's size, shape, or weight, that is probably not the weight your body wants to be at. AKA, you are not at your healthy weight. You're manipulating or under eating in order to be at a weight that is below your set point. So remember, just a reminder, your set point weight is this range, and it typically fluctuates between 10 and 20 pounds for most people. And it is the weight where you can be flexible around food and eat to the point of fullness and satisfaction. And you're not following restrictive rules. You're probably not tracking food and walking around hungry all the time. And there's not a bunch of food noise screaming all of the time. And so if you're having to do these things in order to maintain your weight, it's probably not the weight for you. And I would encourage you to work on your relationship with food and work on your body image, because if we're living at a weight that requires us to eat less than enough, our body is not at its healthiest weight. It's not at its natural weight. And another reminder is that everybody's body has a different set point, meaning some people's bodies are at their healthiest with more stored body fat. Other people's bodies naturally feel comfortable and healthy storing less body fat. I'm going to add something on that probably is going to feel unrelated, but I think you'll understand how I'm trying to tie this in. I'm 5'1.5". I wish I was taller. I wish I had another couple inches, but it's just not in the genetic cards for me. And I have to accept this. Sometimes I wear high heels. I just had my 42nd birthday recently. Heels are kind of getting more and more uncomfortable to wear. I wear them less and less, but I can't just like fight my genetics and make myself taller than my genetics want me to be, okay? Another thing that seems unrelated, I am Caucasian. And in the late summer, once I've been outside on the boat or outside watering plants and flowers all summer long, I do like my skin color better when it's kind of got a darker shade from the sun and it's got this nice tan going on. But that fades in the winter. And I could go to a tanning bed or use sunless tanner to enhance the darker skin color, which our society, our American beauty culture kind of worships, that like sun-kissed glow. But I'm not going to do that. I have embraced my Caucasianness, I guess, and I'm okay with being pale and pasty white in the winter. And this is our genetics. Our height is genetic. Our skin color is genetic. Our set point weight is genetic. And when we are trying to fight our set point or manipulate our weight to below what our body wants us to be at, we are fighting our genetics. And that is like fighting an uphill battle. And a lot of times we're probably having to engage in unhealthy behaviors to do that. I guess I would just encourage you to be open-minded that maybe some of the behaviors you could be engaging in order to maintain a current weight that's lower than what your body naturally wants you to be at could be negatively impacting your health, and that could have long-term negative consequences on your health. So I just kind of wanted to plant that seed in your head in case that's something that you're doing, and encourage you to maybe become more flexible with food so that you can be more spontaneous and enjoy life more, because part of enjoying life is enjoying food. And if you would like my help working on your relationship with food, making peace with food, healing your relationship with food, I'm happy to help, and I'm here to support you and offer you tools and guidance so that you can embrace your natural weight and your healthy weight, even if it's not what the stupid BMI says that you quote unquote should be. I roll. Okay, so to summarize, and what I hope some of your takeaways are from this short episode is that your body is not the problem, and body diversity is a very real thing. Humans come in different size, shapes, and weights, just like humans come in different heights and skin colors. And this is a good thing. We're meant to look different. You don't have to look like the thin Instagram influencer that's using a filter to make herself look thinner. You can just be you and embrace your body diversity. I know it's hard, and I can support you through that. So please reach out. I'm here to support you if you're struggling. If you're struggling with any of these things, you deserve help. Just like if somebody's struggling with depression, someone's struggling with anxiety or PTSD, they deserve help. If someone's struggling with strep throat or cancer, they deserve help. We don't have to struggle through this alone. I'm here to support you, and please just reach out. Okay, please take great care always. Bye. That's the show. Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed it, I'd be so grateful if you take a minute to follow or subscribe to the podcast and leave a rating and review on Apple, Spotify, or whatever podcast platform you're listening on. It helps others to find the podcast and continue spreading this important information to more people who need to hear it. This podcast is made possible by paid supporters at patreon.com/makepeacewithfood. They're truly what keep this show going so that I can pay my assistant, editor, producer, and allow me to keep sharing all of this content and doing this important and needed work with you all. Go to patreon.com/makepeacewithfood to sign up for as little as $3 per month. Make Peace with Food is hosted by me, Emily LaVoie. It's produced and edited by Jake Lamore at Pathfinder. Thank you so much for your support.